In this video, I'm going to share with you why I switched to Bumper Jumper Tactical and why you probably should as well. So in Call of Duty, and this applies to other games as well, but Call of Duty is the main one we're going to be talking about here. You have this thing called the button layout. Now most people, when they start out, and for a long time, they play default. This means you have to jump with X, which people usually do with their right thumb, which of course should be on the right thumbstick, which is for aiming. This means that if you are trying to jump, you're not able to aim at the same time. Because right now my thumb's on the thumbstick. For me to press X and jump, I have to literally take it off the thumbstick. So for instance, in this game, there's even wall bouncing. So if I want to jump up on this, I have to press X twice and then re-grab my stick. Therefore, my thumb is coming off the aiming stick, which basically just puts me at a disadvantage in gunfights whenever I'm trying to do movement as well. Now, one solution is to play claw, which I can do a little bit, which I'm accidentally pressing L1 because that's usually my jump button. But I can claw a little bit, but I just find it Sorry, I got choked up. Overall, I find claw grip just uncomfortable to me, even though I did eventually kind of teach myself to play a hybrid claw grip. I don't like to stay in claw grip. For me, this just doesn't work. You could try that if that works out for you. Go ahead and play default with claw. But what I'm going to recommend is what I did back in the day in Black Ops 4 when I discovered this. Change your button layout to Bumper Jumper Tactical. Now with Bumper Jumper Tactical, it basically only changes 4 buttons. It basically swaps 2 functions. So instead of X, let me go ahead and grab another tactical. So instead of X being your jump, it's going to be your tactical grenade, just like this. Now, this is why I did teach myself claw grip, because to pull out a tactical and throw it like accurately like this, which is kind of important sometimes, you don't want to be stunning yourself or your teammates, even though I still do that a lot. You want to be able to aim it around, which means you need your thumb on your thumbstick. So right now, for instance, I'm claw gripping. I play hybrid whenever I do want to do something like throw attack. I call it a hybrid claw grip, where I don't always play claw, but when I need to throw attack, I'm currently pressing X with my right index finger, and that allows my thumb to stay on the thumbstick. It's not the most comfortable, but I've been doing it long enough now where I can still throw pretty accurate. Well, I didn't even get that under there, but anyways, you get the point. So it swaps your tactical to X, and your jump is now L1, which is the left bumper, which is might take a little bit of practice. I remember when I really decided for sure I was going to switch over to Bumper Jumper Tactical. Took a little bit to get used to, but now it's just second nature after playing with it for years. Now this allows me to maneuver around the map and basically just never ever have to take my thumb off the thumbstick, which allows me to just move around more fluid and just always be ready for gunfights. And I can pretty much do whatever I want in terms of movement and aim at the same time. And to me, it's very, very comfortable, as I usually rest my left index finger on L1 anyways, so it just works out for me. And I do aim and shoot with my triggers. If you do play flipped, it would probably work just the same, except your jump would be L2, which actually could be better in some situations because technically the buttons are a little bit quicker to press down, or the bumpers rather are a little bit quicker to press down than the triggers. So some people think that that's a bit of an advantage when it comes to kind of your reaction time and actually getting shots off. But I've always just aimed and shot with the triggers. The other thing Bumper Jumper Tactical is going to let you do is basically going to swap your circle for your R3. So now your R3, and I play hybrid on the slide and dive behavior, so I can also dolphin dive as well. But basically what that does is now your circle is going to be your melee instead of your R3. So if, again, that's another reason I did decide to play Bumper Jumper Tactical, have myself learn how to play hybrid claw, because one of the disadvantages to Bumper Jumper Tactical was I could no longer melee, which is not as important as it was in older Call of Duties. I don't really find myself ever meleeing. But if you do need to, it was a disadvantage because if I wasn't playing claw, it was the same issue as aiming, where if I wanted to press circle, I couldn't turn at the same time because I had my thumb off the thumbstick. And with these modern games, since slide canceling has been a thing and sliding and movement in general is a very big thing, playing on basically the tactical portion of Bumper Jumper Tactical, meaning your R3 button, which is just pushing down the right stick, is how you slide and dive. If you're playing hybrid, if you didn't know how to dive on hybrid, playing tactical, you basically just, while I'm pressing in my L3, as you can see on my controller, that's when you hit the R3. I used to accidentally dive a lot playing hybrid, but I guess I've just gotten really used to it, so I never really do that anymore. If you have seen me throughout this video, I'll just touch on it in case anybody's wondering. Pressing triangle a lot, again, that's because I play hybrid claw grip, and I do like to YY a lot and just like be ready to switch weapons and whatever. And that's kind of how I practice, was starting with the weapon switch before I moved on to reloading with square, pressing it with my index finger and things like that. Because when you get over to square and even pressing X to throw the tax, it's a little bit farther away for your index finger if you're not used to playing claw grip. But for me, I started with just learning how to switch my weapon with triangle and eventually just got more and more comfortable with it. The reason I love Bumper Jumper Tactical so much overall is because it enables me to play exactly how I want in any game, really, because you can even swap these controls for games like Apex Legends or whatever FPS on controller you're trying to play. But the reason it's so great is because it's totally free. You don't have to buy a scuff. You don't need paddles. You don't need back buttons. I personally never had those things and I never tried them. I don't think I would like them just based on how I like my controller in my hand. But those things are also very expensive, or can be if you're buying a scuff controller and things like that. So being able to just simply switch a setting in game and be able to play exactly how I want all the time is wonderful. It also means you don't have to learn claw grip. Like I said, I play what I consider a hybrid claw grip where I play claw whenever I'm switching weapons and things like that. But generally, I don't have a claw grip on my controller when I'm just like trying to take gunfights like this. I have a pretty much just totally default grip on my controller when I'm really just running around taking gunfights. Because claw grip's definitely something that's not for everybody. I know this video was a little bit rambly, but hopefully I got my point across and shared with you something that maybe you didn't know. Maybe you've never tried Bumper Jumper Tactical, or maybe you have. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what button layout you play and how long you've been playing like that. Let me know if there's any claw players watching this video. I'm actually curious how many people actually play claw. It seems to be very popular anymore. I feel like back in the day it was not very popular. It was something like only very few try-hard people did, and it was seen as more strange. But now it seems to be much more popular as people continue to play these competitive games and just get better and better on average. Also, my webcam still keeps freezing, so I don't know when it'll be back. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.